There comes a time when we must accept change, no matter how great. There comes a time when we must all leave home.
Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to TERRA INVICTA. We're on episode 11 and I have unified Greece into the European Union. Eventually, all of this territory here will be mine. It's just going to take me a while. As that happens, I also still happen to have an alien presence in Novosibirsk. The aliens have the territory, but they don't have any armies, and the Chinese have decided to start retreating back to China to lick their wounds there. Now this does mean that the area is completely undefended, and thankfully, a couple of my battle groups have recovered sufficiently to send them back into the fray. So the Première Division Blindée, the 1st French Armored Division, is going to, well, 1st European Armored Division, is going to go back to Novosibirsk, and they're not going alone. I will also send the 4th Division, which has been fully healed up, and between the two of these, I should be able to take that territory. Now there's also the Dutch group, the Koninklijke Landmacht. They do have an army in the Information Age, which is interestingly more advanced than the European armies, and they have a navy attached to it. So it's time to send in the Royal Dutch Army, also to Novosibirsk. They're making somewhat slightly slower, I'm not sure why, but so be it, we'll just send them in. And in the meanwhile, in space, I have taken steps to start working on a space telescope, as I was now tasked with doing so for these stories. As for the rest, I am working again towards the goal of shooting down an alien ship, because that is what they now want me to do. Salvage an alien warship, and also get a corpse. So we're gonna have to shoot one of these aliens on Earth, and to that end Aluna is further speccing into espionage, currently on 22 out of 25 points, and she's just honing her skills a little more in the Northern Balkan states. I still want this area. I eventually want to marry it into the European Union. It's going to just take me a little while to do so. As for regions such as the Czech Republic, it is going to take some time before these guys will be able to get into the EU, because we first need to have them inside of an alliance with the EU for quite a while, which means that until the 28th of November, I cannot do anything further. I cannot join the Federation just yet. Alright, we're going to send in the armies, and as for my Space Force, let's see what I have, because I do have my 4 monitors now available. They're all docked on the Earth shipyard. So let's go there, unify all of this into one big group. So you're going to unify with Task Force 3, Task Force 4, and Task Force 6. And this is now Task Force 5. No apparent reason. Let's change that, because I would like this just to be Task Force 1. Save the name. And we're now going to look for a ship that we can shoot down. An alien destroyer. Let's see how many fleets there are, and what is an easy target. I think Victor 13 is going to be our target. It's alone. It's a Roaring Void class destroyer. It's the name giver of the class. It has a missile bay, it has a defense particle beam, and it has a mag cannon. I think this might be one of the easiest targets. The rest of them just seem to be not so alone, and substantially more dangerous. We also have Victor 30, well, Victor 37 and Victor 56 might be an option, but this guy is a medium size and this guy is a large. That's a battle cruiser. Okay. Oh, right, this is the battle cruiser we've seen before. It's almost out of mag cannon shells, but of course it still has a laser. I think we're going to need substantially more ships if we want to take the fight to one of these. I'm not 100% on how good my ships are yet, so first let's work on taking down that Roaring Void thing. That is Victor 13. That's where we're going. So we're going to transfer to the orbit of Victor 13. Acceleration is not a problem. Arrival time, almost 6 days, almost a week? That's quite long. It's also going to take me a lot of Delta V. Right. Well, you know what? If these things don't get there, or if they don't make it back, it's not really a problem. Because I just need to get the mission done. Just don't tell the the sailors, or I don't know. Do you sail around in space? What are we supposed to call these guys? Space Force operators. There we go. Oh shit.
Offering counsel.
Now they're shooting on Earth. Bombardments. Infiltration, escalation, and now devastation. Firing from within our orbit, the aliens have unleashed a ruinous assault upon a region of Earth. While their target was localized rather than global, the death toll will nevertheless be high, and every soul on Earth may wake each morning wondering if this day might be their last. So what did they hit? Can we see? Where did they strike? Give me the intel screen. Because something must have been destroyed. And considering that I'm probably not their favorite faction right now, although I'm only at 2 out of 5 of the alien threat meter. Well, maybe it's not me. Maybe they're firing on humanity first and resistance territories. Because these guys definitely are at war with the aliens. I think I don't know, am I at war with the aliens? The Protectorate's at war with the aliens. That's interesting. I thought they were going to appease the aliens. They were going to try and keep everybody on Earth. I guess not. So almost everybody's at war with the aliens except for their little pets. Even the Academy's at war. The Initiative is not strictly at war with them yet, but it's not their best friend. Alright. As for my own faction relationships, I'm in conflict. It's not that bad. I don't really want to piss off any of the factions as much as I can, because I still kind of need them alive. I still need humanity first to run interference while I try to find a different planet to get out to. Ah, here we go. Combat imminent. Engage the target. Start the battle. They think they have a better chance of winning. I do not think they have a better chance of winning. So let's bring all the ships somewhat closer together, making sure that this way we can actually mutually protect each other. So we're going to try and get into a formation. I want you to start burning this way, this way, this way. There we go. You need to turn yourself upwards. Upwards. Not that much, my friend. That's a bit much. Okay. And I want the whole fleet to lock onto the target. That guy, set the primary target. Retreat the radiators. And of course, keep your nose pointed at the enemy. Padlock the target. And acquire. Alright, and then we're going to just run it. Let's go shoot down an alien ship with some of these monitors. These are the Ariadne, Aquila, Corina, and the second Ariadne, because this is the Mark II. This is the improved version. And this one has, I believe, a better reactor. I could have upgraded these, but I think I forgot about that. Anyway, the Roaring Void. What's your deal then? You're pulling all sorts of fancy maneuvers, I'll give you that. Let's see, are we in a mutually protective situation here? I think so, but you're going a bit high there, Ariadne. Don't climb all the way up there, my friend. It's a bit much. Why can I not adjust that control point? You. Well, I guess the Ariadne is going up, 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 up. Alright, so be it. Incoming fire, it's getting shot down. That's potentially problematic. It's a lot of missiles. Boys, why are we not shooting the target? Like, fleet. Set primary target. We're well within range of the target. Yet my missile launchers are not firing. At least my point defense lasers are doing something very useful. Shoot, shoot. Okay. There we go, now our missiles are out. On all launchers. The Roaring Void is working on shooting those missiles as much as possible, but can they catch them all? I doubt it. Because there are a lot of missiles flying about. Boom. Yeah, loads of missiles. Did I take any damage? Yes, I did take some damage on one of the Ariadnes, I think. No, it's out of fuel. 2 of them are out of fuel. Okay. That's interesting. If only we could send a tender over to try and get these guys refueled. I guess not. Anyway, we can now salvage the alien spacecraft. That's what we need. Although we've been able to some extent study alien technology before now, to have access to one of their craft is, in its entirety, is a godsend to science. I'm not sure if we were able to capture this thing intact though. We sent a lot of explosive material into the ship. Anyway, we're going to research this guy and we're going to get quite a bit of tech out of that, including the ability to start working on exotics. Research exotic materials when it becomes available. Job done, reactions on Earth have run the gamut, and I think I might be the first one to shoot down an alien ship. That's very good. We're all operational. The real question is, can we actually make it back to base? That might not be so easy for some of these ships, because I think they're out of fuel. And I don't believe it's very possible to refuel these guys easily. Because, well... Oh, actually, yeah, I can split the fleet, but I cannot transfer anywhere. Okay. So if I split the fleet, then when I have the ships out that at least have some capability of maneuvering, we're going to split that. This is the fleet without... This is the fleet without Delta V. Alright, so I need the other fleet. The fleet with Delta V. That's TF1. You're out. You got fuel. You can transfer. Where are we going to transfer to? Ideally to a friendly base. The International Space Station looks fine. But... we can never get there. Oh god. We can get to one of my space stations. Elo 1. The issue is, it is not a fuel station. The Earth Shipyard, definitely not an option. Gandhi Station, we should be able to get to. We should be able to get there. Alright, let's go. As for these guys, Task Force 1, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can actually save these because they're out of fuel. So we're just going to scuttle these ships. Scuttle both. I will get some of their value back. And with this, I can now start the research that I need. Los Angeles? Oi. Oh, look at the size of that fleet. Destroyer, Dreadnought, Frigate, Destroyer, Gunship, Dreadnought, Destroyer. I don't think we're exactly equipped to deal with that. Might it have something to do with the fact that I have an army over there? Is that it? Lost 30 billion in value. Not great. Not great. There's unfortunately nothing I can do about it. Short of... Yeah, there we go. That's a bombardment. The army's taking some damage, but we should be fine. There we go. What? Enemy fleet? But... No. I don't mean to attack them. But I got nowhere else to go. I got 0.1 Delta V left. Look, I thought we were friends. We're all working for humanity, right? No, the Academy says we're in conflict. Okay, fine. If that's the deal, then I will try to evade them. Okay, resulting in no battle. Cool. But can I at least refuel them then? Please tell me I can make it to any station. I got 0.14. Oh boy. We can get to the energy science station. Yes. Let's go there then. And adjust the energy science station so we can at least fix the place up. Or sorry, fix the ships up. Nanofactory, here. We're going to replace this. Not with a shipyard, just with a simple resupply station. Did I ever research that? I think I never did. How long is that going to take? 22 days. It's fine. It's not ideal, but at least we'll be able to refuel there. Alright. Upwards and onwards. Let's see how the armies are doing. They should be getting there fairly soon. Cool. You've arrived. You just cannot get anywhere.
Our cause is unjustified.
Okay. China is not too impressed with her efforts. Although I have been making some progress. Was making some progress. What the hell did they do? The Chinese have suddenly pushed back hard against Project Exodus. Wow. There must be some alien influence here. This is fairly awkward. Anyway, this is the more interesting point.
Our associates are now
Okay, very good. Northern Balkan states taken. Let's go and mop up the alien admin. Both here and there. I want to get rid of these guys. Get off my planet. I mean, we too are trying to get off the planet. It's just that we're trying to get off the planet... Well, to stay off the planet, and the aliens are trying to get onto the planet. Okay, done. Aluna. Let's see, Bako, you can defend our interests here now. I still need you to wipe out the rest. And then we should be able to start slowly but steadily incorporating that into the rest of the EU. It seems I might be able to get a 2-for-1 here. I am currently working on taking over the Novosibirsk sector. The armies have returned. They're working hard on that objective. In the meanwhile, I've also detected an alien operative. I'm not the only one there. Humanity First, an inspector, is also there. So let's see if we're able to take this guy down. Of course, it'll be much easier once I first capture this area, because then they'll no longer enjoy the protection of their area. So that should make them a little easier to kill. But these guys generally run a really high security spec, so that makes them quite difficult to take down. The higher the security, the higher the espionage stats, the more difficult it is to take these guys down. The space dock on the Low Earth Science Station has been completed. Excellent news for the fleet. Task Force 7, because I can now resupply these guys. I'm not sure why it takes 3 days to resupply them with 800 water. That's quite a lot. But then again, they are running on hydrogen, so whatever. So be it. It is fine. Now, Aluna, what are your odds? What are your odds if I want to take down the Xenoform in Novosibirsk? 0%. 3% if I throw in my entire ops budget. So that's not quite going to cut it. Majid is... I got no real high investigative stat, that's the problem.
Where do you need me?
This guy cannot investigate anybody anyway. Grace, with her 7, might be able to do it. But even then, her chance of a successful investigation without an ops budget is 1%. 13% with. That does leave Valerie. She's gonna have a bit better chance. 23. Yeah, the espionage stat here is making it really difficult, and the local control points aren't exactly helping. So let's have the army complete their objective first, and then we're gonna go after Mr. Alpha 3 over here. In the meanwhile, Grace, keep talking to the Chinese. Keep spreading the message that Project Exodus has a much better plan than the servants. And Bako, you were able... Well, you were able to secure our interests here, and you can do it again. Because we've now taken control of the Northern Balkan states. I can set them up as allies of the EU. I can set them up as allies of the Benelux, just essentially everybody. And eventually they'll be able to start joining our big family. It's going to take a while longer, though. As for the guys over here, when can we expect them to be able to join? Because I believe that was rather soon. Oh, I still need to wait the 85 days for full control over the Czech Republic. And the same is probably going for Bulgaria. Ally them. That's an important step. Yeah, 147 days before cooldown. Alright, Aluna, what else can we do? We can investigate further alien activity in Novosibirsk. Let's have a look at what else they're doing up there. Because they're doing all sorts of weird stuff. Ah! Exotic materials. Good. Alien warships, cool. Army analysis is something I'm working on. It's a 10,000 point project. There aren't exactly any aliens right now. But I do want to get this thing completed. Because this is going to give me a 25% bonus against alien armies. And I'm sure that sooner rather than later more of those bastards will turn up. And we'll have to motivate them to get off the planet somehow. Oh shit. The Chinese are back. Okay, I'm gonna get the Dutch forces out of here because they're almost dead. Let's get these guys back to the Netherlands, back to the Benelux, and back to a safer position. And hopefully they can do that under the guidance of the other armies. Although they're pretty bad state. Are you guys running? No, you're in battle. At this rate, I'm not going to be able to conquer this place, because the 4th division from the US is 26%, and the French division is 36%. Let's just pull everybody out of here. We're going to go back to Paris, 19 days, and let's hope we don't lose anybody. Let's have the Chinese just fight the Pakistani groups, and hopefully we'll be able to conquer this place later. It's not ideal. We'll just have to be a little patient, and ideally the US will finish up its navy. Yeah, that should be done. So that I can attach the navy to one of my groups. I can also start sending that in. Let's see, what other army groups do you guys have? You got one in LA. Very good. You're going to Paris. It's lovely this time of year, and I do need an expeditionary force. That means that we still have 2 armies, which are currently without a navy. This is the 2nd Marine Division, ironically, and 3rd Infantry. So I'm going to keep the priority on building our navy, and once that's done, we're going to be building more armies. As for the rest, Aluna, you are complete, or you're successful in taking this out. I kind of doubt I can purge the place here, because I don't believe that's a thing for these guys. Nothing works against them except a flat-out conquering. Any alien presence here? Not in my backyard. No, we're good. I can attack them in Almaty. Yeah, sure, let's do that.
Taking it to them.
They'll probably be pleased about that. No, actually, Aluna, I have a better job for you. We're going to try and get this control point here in Berlin. We're going to try and get the mass media point, which is going to make it a lot easier to take full control over Germany and integrate that into the group as well. Anybody need protection? The UK needs protection. Okay, let's get that done.
Ready for my mission.
Let's get the UK protected.
I'm here.
Who did I forget? Oh, Grace. Sorry, Grace. Grace, keep up the chatter. Keep up the good work. I don't mind spending 80 out of my 2k per month to slowly but steadily start building more and more of an influence in China. A few weeks later, we've completed the Begin the Search objective. Insights gained from our alien research have provided small but crucial improvements to our deep space viewing technology. Our new ACR telescope represents an improvement of at least an order of magnitude upon our best pre-first contact space viewing arrays. Our astronomers are practically fighting over who gets to use it in the orbit of Mercury. Needless to say, they, along with the rest of our personnel, will greatly appreciate it if you could continue to protect the ACR's hab. Yes, it is in the Zhaijigang station in low Mercury orbit. It does have, or will have, a defensive array, and hopefully that'll be enough for now. Time to move on to something else, because I was working on... there we go. There was a bit of a hassle going on in Panama. They took that off. They took that off of me, and they also took the Central American Confederation, so I'm working on getting that back. Once the alien army analysis is complete before the end of the year, we're going to move on to exotics, which should advance the story even further. Let's purge the rest of the Panama control points off of the resistance. Let's get Majid to defend our interests in the American Confederacy. And let's get Aluna to take over the second control point. Or do you just... No, you just capture the second control point. It shouldn't be very difficult. Except that this one is such a rebel that she cannot actually do that. So let's just manually get the second control point. Majid, you're going to control that, and Aluna, you're going to continue the purge over there. Although, I mean, it's a nice little hobby I have created over there, but arguably the situation here is more interesting. Because if Italy has an open control point, then I will very much try to take that over.
Standing by.
Grace, I think you're doing a great job. Or should I say a Grace job, because it is working. We are seeing some progress. We're getting a toehold of influence in China. It's not a lot, but it is starting to get there. Speaking of getting there, how are my armies doing? 100%, 40%, 60%, 100%, the other American group is there. Okay, also got 10th Mountain. The Dutch are back. They're getting healed up. Excellent. And eventually I'll still be able to integrate the Dutch, which should pull up the armies of the EU a bit. I only have 4 of them currently, so I don't have that many. No joy in China. Alright. Okay, so we should be able to better combat alien armies there. Next up is going to be that project that's going to allow me the next stage. Exotic materials. We'll be able to amass stockpiles of exotics. In order to do that, we're going to need better ships, more powerful ships, and that will take a while. Interesting to note is that the area over here has been reclaimed by the forces from the initiative, and since they're in control of the rest of Russia, they have essentially returned it to Russia. The guys over here are still very much working, the 2nd Strike Corps from Pakistan, working on taking over Novosibirsk, which will then again rejoin Russia. Not necessarily something I want, but I do want the alien admin off the planet. So if that's something they're able to do, by all means, proceed. We're now a few weeks later, and it seems like the Pakistani forces are not really... Sorry, the Iranian forces and Pakistani forces not really having a great time in Novosibirsk. There's again two Chinese armies, both robotics, 5-8. It's pretty high-end stuff. And they're just kicking the ass out of these guys. So, time to start sending in my forces. This time I have 5 armies, 6, if I even send the Dutch. And that, I hope, will be enough to end this alien state once and for all. The issue is, not everybody has a navy attached. So everybody who can go, will go. What? Why can we not get to Novosibirsk? Is it because there's too many armies in there or something? Can another army go? Like 1st Marine? Nope. Why? We're still at war. That hasn't changed. We're still very much at war. We're not fighting Iran. I don't quite understand why I cannot get in there. Because I was able to conquer the place before. Maybe because there weren't any armies at that point. But that didn't stop them from getting in. I do have a navy attached. Yes. I can go to so many places with the 1st Marine Div or 10th Mountain, but I cannot go to Novosibirsk. Even though that's really the only spot that I want to get to. Weird. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to Novosibirsk then. No, instead we'll just have to wait our turn, I guess. Grace, in the meanwhile, is doing some defending of our interests, and I had her on Germany for a bit, considering that I'm not really going to get into China anytime soon. So she's going to continue to do that. Majid should be able to start influencing the policy of the Czech Republic, and I have also pulled Finland out of the Eurasian Union they were in, and pushed them into the European Union. So slowly but steadily we're getting more and more and more control over Europe. I'm going to continue with that. And seeing as I can't exactly get into Germany just yet, chance to purge in Germany is just 1%, let's go a bit more north. Let's go to Sweden. I hear it's nice this time of year. So we're going to send 90% chance Aluna in there to purge the 1st control point off of the academy. This guy with his 9 espionage, I think, might not be that successful. So let's instead have him stabilize the place of South America. Because it is a mess over there. Or sorry, Middle America. There are constant guerrilla wars, constant... Oh, here we go. They even neutralized the place. And because it is so busy, and so... Oh, how should I put it? So unstable. I can't even send Baco in there because he's still paranoid. So I'm going to have to send this guy in to take control over Nicaragua again. And have Baco do the Czech Republic. There. I don't get why I cannot get into this Eurasian bloc. Do we need to wait until these are dead? Well, they're leaving. Does that help? All of you. Novosibirsk. Nope. The game is just refusing. Weird. It isn't an adjacent area either. I can get to so many different places. Why not the one place I actually care about? Okay, fine. We're not doing that, I guess. After a while, I'm not sure why, I was able to move the armies to Novosibirsk. So once again, live and in color, we're going to Novosibirsk. First up with just 2 American armies. After that, the rest should arrive fairly shortly. Anti-satellite tests... Okay, whatever. What we got? We got the 1st Marine Div, as well as 10th Mountain. We also have the 4th Division. And 2 more groups should arrive soon. That's 2 more Europeans. There we go. That's 1. And the other one... sorry, I haven't even sent the Dutch. Whatever. We're gonna go with 5. We're gonna continue occupying this area. And seeing as the Chinese are no longer here, we should finally be able to pull it off. So with that, no more aliens on Earth. At least, that we know of. Well, of course, there are still all the alien bastards that are running around, messing up with territories and stuff. But beyond that, well, we're just gonna have to find these councillors first, and if there are any further armies on the way, we will probably know about it fairly soon. I have been working on further federating the place. Sweden has joined the fold, although we're still going to have to take some time to actually get full control, and the same can be said for the Baltic states, which, just as I was working on taking the 2nd control point, initiative went, yes, but you'll never take us alive. Sorry, the servants went, yes, but you'll never take us alive, and left the European Union. It's quite unfortunate, but hey, it's what the AI does, so there we go. With all the councillors given proper orders, let's see what happens when we take control over this area. There we go. Our nation, the United States of America, has no formal defense treaty with the new government in Eurasian Union. And the leaders there are insisting we remove our forces stationed in their nation. If we wish to remain, we may propose an alliance and stay. If they accept, which has a 0% chance. It's the initiative, they don't want us there. Or we may declare war on this nation and its allies, and our allies will have an option to join the attack. Otherwise, our nations will depart, or our armies will depart. Why can I not declare war? Whatever. Let's just leave. No, I don't want to declare war. I just want to leave. Armies led by the United States of America by the United States of North America, the Canadians are in there as well, have entered the alien capital complex in Novosibirsk and captured it after heavy fighting. The alien administration has fallen. Now don't worry, they will be back. At some point, these bastards are going to try it again. And in order to be ready, I need to heal up these armies, and I need to make sure that they're a bit cheaper. There's alien life forms here. That's unacceptable. We're going to airlift home some of these groups, just to make sure that they don't cost us an arm and a leg. So all of these guys who are not native to this area, let's go home. The Brits unfortunately lost their 2nd army, and their only army is unavailable to move off of the island, so this fairly high-tech robotic stage nation is going to be just sitting here, this army. As for the UK at large, in a while I should be able to start joining the European Union. If only, no Federation members must be rivals or at war with the UK. This one keeps being a fail. And I am supposed to be at peace good odds with everybody. I'm just not sure what part of potential European members I have overlooked, because this keeps happening, and the UK just refuses to join the EU, even after several convincing attempts. Now, I think I might have ticked off the aliens a bunch, because I was able to piss off these guys, or I was able to kick the guys out of Novosibirsk, which definitely didn't really get me any popular support from the aliens. So, yeah, I can expect retaliations. I might lose a station or two, that's fine. I can rebuild, I have a lot of resources. If they want to kill my ships, that's fine. If they want to kill my shipyard, that's fine. I'm gonna just build a new cheap station just so they can shoot it. So, yeah, let's go to Chang'an orbit. Take me there. And this is a very simple station that they are allowed to destroy if they so desire. So let's set up... Oh right, you can only have a solar collector. Alright, a solar collector or two. I can keep them busy here if I so desire with a point defense array. Why not? There. That's your bait station. If they want to destroy that, by all means go ahead. What they're going to do remains to be seen. What they're going to do, I don't know. So you just have to join me in the next episode. And we're going to see what the aliens' plan is, and whether or not they're going to come for me. Thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next.